Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got breaking news coming out from North Korea to share with all of you. So, we have reports coming out early this morning that North Korea supposedly had fired a medium range ballistic missile. And at the time, some sources were indicating that the missile could have been hypersonic, but it was not completely confirmed yet, as right away the North Koreans were not coming out and confirming this launch. So I wanted to wait a little bit to see what would happen, and we do have confirmation now coming out from the North Koreans that this indeed was a hypersonic ballistic missile. Apparently, at least they are claiming that it was, and it is a medium range ballistic missile that was fired today. Kim Jong un also inspected the launch of this missile. I've got some pictures I can show you similar to what you see here on your screen, as this was fired from Pyongyang today towards the northeast, and it apparently achieved an altitude of 99.8 kilometers and a speed of Mach 12, and it crashed into the ocean 1,500 kilometers away. Okay, so reportedly this is a hypersonic missile, and it did fly very far today, 1,500 kilometers away. Okay, so I want to give you all the details regarding this launch today and talk a little bit about this, as it's going to be a major threat to the U.S. and its allies in the Pacific region. So let's go ahead and hop into this report coming out today from the Korea Times. North Korea confirms launch of new intermediate range hypersonic ballistic missile. And if you notice, it is dated here January 7, 2025. It's actually currently January 6, 2025 if you're in the United States. But this is being reported from South Korea, so they're currently in the 7th of January now, okay? So it says right here, North Korea said Tuesday it had successfully test fired a new intermediate range ballistic missile, IRBM, tipped with a hypersonic warhead, saying the weapon system will reliably deter any rivals in the region. North Korea said the missile flew some 1,500 kilometers at 12 times the speed of sound the previous day during the testing overseen by leader Kim Jong un via a monitoring system. According to the Korean Central News Agency, also known as the KCNA, the South Korean military said Monday it detected the launch of an IRBM from the Pyongyang area, and the missile flew about 1,100 kilometers before falling into the EC. The North Korean leader said the development of such a missile was aimed at bolstering the country's nuclear war deterrent by making the weapon system, to which no one can respond, the linchpin of strategic deterrence. The hypersonic missile system will reliably contain any rivals in the Pacific region, that can affect the security of our state, Kim was quoted as saying by the KCNA. The performance of our latest intermediate range hypersonic missile system cannot be ignored worldwide, and the system can deal a serious military strike to a rival while effectively breaking any dense defensive barrier, he said. So it kind of sounds a lot like what Vladimir Putin has been saying about the Oreshnik missile, doesn't it? Where he's saying that, it'll break any defensive barrier. There's going to be, nothing that can shoot this thing down. Kind of what Vladimir Putin's been saying. Very similar talk coming out from North Korea. So here was Kim Jong un today as he was inspecting the launch of this missile. And it says down here, in an apparent show of missiles' improved capabilities, the KCNA said the hypersonic glide vehicle atop the new IRBM reached its first peak at a height of 99.8 kilometers and the second at 42.5 kilometers, while making a 1,500 kilometer long flight as scheduled before hitting a designated target point at sea. The North also claimed a new compound of carbon fiber was used in manufacturing the engine, a body of the hypersonic missile, and an unspecified, comprehensive, and effective method was introduced for the flight and guidance control system. If North Korea's claim is true, it would be the farthest distance covered by a North Korean hypersonic missile. The missile is also believed to be theoretically capable of striking U.S. military bases in Guam, about 3,400 kilometers from Pyongyang, if fired at full range. The conventional IRBM range covers 3,000 to 5,500 kilometers. So it looks like it could be possible to strike some military bases that the U.S. controls inside of Guam. That's a major threat. Obviously, they have a huge missile base over there that's supposed to protect the entire Pacific region. So very dangerous situation here, and this also to me is more result from the cooperation between Russia and North Korea. I wouldn't be surprised if Russia had their hand in the bag here in terms of helping North Korea produce this missile. So now I want to hop on over to X and show you a couple things over here. We've got some photos we can show you also. So this is from North Korean Archives and Library. and it says NKAAL. It says today, Kim Jong-un inspected the launch of a new type of medium long-range hypersonic ballistic missile. KJU, which is Kim Jong-un, expressed his satisfaction. So interesting. Apparently he appears to be very happy with the success of this missile. As they fired this hypersonic today. And it says the missile was launched in Pyongyang towards the northeast, achieved an altitude of 99.8 kilometers, a speed of Mach 12, and crashed of the ocean 1,500 kilometers away. So here's just a few photos coming out today. Here's that same photo we just saw on that article with Kim Jong-un right here inspecting the launch of this new missile. You can see all the different TVs here as they were watching all the angles while they tested this thing out. Here's also another photo coming out of this new missile being launched. Look at that thing. It's absolutely massive and reportedly is to be hypersonic, okay? A very, very large missile being fired today from North Korea. And there's one last photo for you. Okay, so pretty crazy news, guys. Just wanted to give you all these details on this launch today. And again, I wanted to wait a little bit because in the beginning, there was some sources saying that it was hypersonic, but then some people saying that it was suspected to be, and they didn't really know. But it looks like the North Koreans are coming out and confirming now that this for sure is a hypersonic missile. So, let me know what you think of this down below, though. A pretty crazy story coming out today and another major threat to many of the U.S. partners in the Pacific region. Let me know what you think of this down below. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.